The Magic of Reading. A story about small habits and quiet change. Daisy lived in a small and peaceful town. It was not a place that appeared in travel magazines or social media posts. There were no famous landmarks, no tall buildings, and no bright city lights at night. Life moved slowly there, and most days felt the same. But every single day, people from many different countries passed through Daisy's town. They arrived by bus, carried backpacks, spoke different languages, and almost all of them spoke English. Daisy worked in a small coffee shop near the bus station. The shop was warm and cozy, with wooden tables, soft music, and the comforting smell of fresh coffee in the air. Daisy liked her job. She liked waking up early, preparing drinks, and smiling at customers. But there was one thing that made her feel uncomfortable every single day, and that was English. Daisy had studied English for many years at school. She knew grammar rules, she knew vocabulary, she could read short texts, and she could pass exams without too much trouble. But real English was different. When tourists spoke to her, something strange happened. Her mind became empty. Her heart beat faster. Her hands felt cold, and her voice seemed to disappear. She understood the words, but she could not answer. When a tourist said, "Excuse me, can you help me?" Daisy smiled politely, nodded, pointed at signs, or sometimes asked a coworker for help. Inside, she felt ashamed. At night, Daisy often replayed those moments in her mind. "Why am I like this?" she asked herself. "I know English. Why can't I speak?" She promised herself again and again that she would improve. She memorized long lists of words, watched grammar videos late at night, and downloaded English apps on her phone. But the next day, nothing changed. The words stayed in her head, not in her mouth. Weeks passed, then months. Daisy slowly began to think that maybe she was not good at languages, and maybe English was simply not for her. Then one ordinary morning, something small happened, and that small thing changed everything. An old man sat at the corner table of the coffee shop, as he did almost every day. His name was Mr. Johnson. He had gray hair, kind eyes, and a calm smile. He always ordered black coffee and always brought a book. That morning, Mr. Johnson watched Daisy struggle with a tourist. After the tourist left, he spoke gently. "You want to improve your English, don't you?" Daisy was surprised. She looked at him, then nodded. "Yes," she said quietly. "I really want to, but I don't know how. I study words and grammar, but when I speak, I feel scared. I forget everything." Mr. Johnson smiled warmly. "I understand," he said. "I was a teacher for many years, and I know a simple secret." Daisy looked at him with curiosity. "The secret," he said slowly, "is reading." Daisy frowned. "Reading?" she asked. "How can reading help me speak?" "Mr. Johnson leaned back in his chair and explained, "When you read, you see words many times. You see how sentences are formed and how ideas flow. You don't study grammar rules, you feel grammar. Your brain learns naturally. Daisy listened carefully but still had doubts. I tried reading before, she said. The books were too difficult. I didn't understand much, and I felt tired and stopped. Mr. Johnson nodded. That's the biggest mistake, he said. Choosing the wrong level. If a book is too hard, you feel frustrated. If it's too easy, you feel bored. You need something just right. How do I know? Daisy asked. Mr. Johnson smiled and said, read one page. If you understand about 70 to 80% without a dictionary, that book is perfect for you. For the first time in a long while, Daisy felt hope. Mr. Johnson continued, start with simple stories, graded readers, short books made for learners, and read every day, just 15 minutes. Daisy looked surprised. Only 15 minutes? She asked. Yes, he replied. Not 3 hours once a week. Every day is better. Small habits change lives. That afternoon, Daisy went to the library. She walked slowly between the shelves until she saw a sign that read, Graded Readers, a 2 level. She picked up a thin book called The Lost Cat. The words looked simple, and the sentences were short. Daisy sat near the window and opened the book. At first, she read very slowly. She stopped often and read sentences again, but she understood the story. She smiled to herself. This is not so hard, she thought. After 15 minutes, she stopped reading and underlined 3 words: searching, neighborhood, and worried. She wrote them in a small notebook with simple meanings. That night, Daisy felt proud. For the first time, learning English did not feel painful. The next day, she read again, a little faster this time. She saw the word searching again and thought, oh, I remember this. She did not need her notebook. The words were starting to feel familiar. Daisy continued reading every day. Some days she was tired, and some days she was busy, but she always found 15 minutes. After 1 week, she finished her first book and felt excited. She chose another one. Reading slowly became part of her daily life. 2 weeks later, something surprising happened. A tourist entered the coffee shop and asked, "Excuse me, where's the nearest beach?" Daisy answered without thinking, "The beach is about 5 kilometers from here. You can take the bus. It takes about 20 minutes." The tourist smiled and thanked her. Daisy stood still for a moment. She had spoken English naturally, and she felt warm inside. After 1 month, Daisy had read 4 books. She understood tourists more easily and felt calmer when speaking. She also started reading short articles online about cooking and travel. Because she liked those topics, reading felt enjoyable. After 3 months, Daisy moved to B1 level books. They were harder, but she was ready. She learned phrases, not just words, and she learned how English sounded in real life. Her confidence grew quietly. She still made mistakes, but she no longer panicked. She corrected herself and continued speaking. After 6 months, Daisy's manager noticed her change. "Your English is very good now," he said. "I want to give you more responsibility." Daisy smiled. She felt proud and grateful. She remembered the days when she was afraid to speak even one sentence. Later, Daisy started a small reading club at the coffee shop. She invited co-workers who wanted to improve their English. They met once a week, read simple stories, talked about new words, and learned together. Daisy shared her experience and said, "Reading changed my life. It didn't happen overnight, but little by little, everything changed." The reading club slowly grew. People felt more confident. Some found better jobs, and some made friends with tourists. Daisy felt happy. She was no longer just a learner. She was helping others. If you are learning English, remember Daisy. You don't need special talent or expensive courses. You need one small habit. Choose something easy. Read every day. 15 minutes is enough. One day, you will speak, and the words will come naturally.